Saturday night is the Rangers Journal night.
Guys, what we're going to go through here is breaking down what I think went wrong with Rangers versus Hibs. We're just going to touch on Rangers positionally, and the time I've chose is when Rangers are 3-2 up. I've chosen that because there's only 10 minutes left of the game, so if anything, people should be giving their all to get the result. But I could have chose any point in the game because it happened for kick-off that Rangers couldn't cope with Hibs' formation, and they couldn't deal with the way we were playing, and they couldn't figure out who to mark. So here's a wee breakdown. I've got some still images here. So the first one here, I've got Rangers in good position here. You've got Danilo, who's obviously marking his man, and Rangers look as if we're actually in control here. Everybody knows where they should be positioning, distance-wise, we're actually okay. Cortez is going to force this player in the ball to come back inside, and we've got Cherny out here in the wing. Cherny could be moving up 5-10 yards from me here in line with Danilo, and I'll tell you why in a wee second here when this next. So the ball, Cortez forces the ball inside. Now you've got the runner off of Danilo, and you've also got this guy in between Cherny and Raskin. Now if that pass from the Hibs player goes through Danilo and Cortez, and it's a 2v1 onto Raskin, and it's very hard to defend against. Cherny's highlighted here. Again, if he's 5 yards further up, I think he may be able to intercept this ball. Maybe even not intercept it, but at least put a lot more pressure on the player. He's kind of caught in no man's land here. And you'll see why in a second. Why the 5-10 yards is very, very important. Again, Rangers are 3-2 up here and it's 78 minutes. If he's 5 yards up further, you can see he's right on top of the player with the ball. And this player's in acres of space. This is Hibs' left centre half. They're playing with a back three, attacking, a back five. Back five will defend, back three will attacking, and this is the amount of space he's got. Again, if that ball's popped into the middle of the park, we haven't tracked any runners, and Raskin's left with a 2v1. The left centre half's got loads and acres of space, and he's going to play it out now to Cadden, who's the left wing back, and wait till you see the space that he's got. Now, Yilmaz isn't even in the picture here, so Cherny hasn't. He's been in no man's land in between the left centre half and the left wing back. If Yilmaz pushes up, Cherny can then push up and we can press and condense Hibs into their half of the park and force them where we want them to go. Instead, the back three's caught Rangers out all game with their wide fullbacks, and they've just bypassed our press every single time. Now, he's going to travel here a good maybe 20-25 yards without anyone pressing him. You'll see how in a wee second why this is important. So he's travelled there maybe 20 yards and there's still, Yilmaz is still in his own half. He's crossed over into your half. The blue between the Rangers players here is the distances that I was talking about. So distance between Yilmaz and Cherny is miles apart. Cherny and Iggerman, Cherny and Danilo, Raskin and Yilmaz. It's too far apart. And when I show you the stills against Celtic, how different it was with the distances between our players, we forced Celtic where we wanted them to go and we condensed the park, making it hard to play in. Hibs just broke out very, very easily, and they threw running both flanks for me. Yilmaz still doesn't put any pressure on the ball. So this is the next attack I was talking about. Cherny plays the through ball into Iggerman. It's a poor ball. The goalie gets the ball. For me, Cherny's too narrow, even now, because just off the picture, the danger isn't the man that Cherny's on, it's Cherny's right shoulder. And you'll see in the next still, the goalkeeper fires the ball about 40-50 yards. Again, there's no one there. Yilmaz isn't there pressing him, he's no touch tight, he's no marking him. If Cherny just starts to drift out here, that pass is cut off and we force Hibs down the middle. And that's what we had to do in this game. But again, for me, it's a little bit lazy. So there you go, that's the goalkeeper's pass, straight down to the halfway line. Now you can see here the distance between Hibs' players. This is what I'm talking about. They're all making angles to each other. They're short distances between each other compared to the Rangers players here. Quite far apart. Your centre sort of attack mid there, whether it's Danilo, is in his area, but he should be coming across to help these two players here. And Hibs again, they've got a 3v1 there effectively because of goal side of Cherny and Danilo. Cherny is trying to track back, which is fine, but watch the player highlighted in blue here for Rangers is Diamandi. This is the next still. Now, Diamandi's man's played the pass and run off him there. Tierney's tracked all the way back, but he's stopped following his runner. Yilmaz is pushed in, and we have got a 2v1 against Yilmaz. So they're creating overload in every single area of the park that they attack. Raskin should be on Yilmaz's man. Yilmaz should be out here wide, dealing with that runner, and Tierney should be out wide. Diamandi should be on the ball. So that's it. That's where the formation should take place here. That's how it should look. Now, I know that's not always ideal, but this here for me is just laziness. Again, Diamandi's stopped on the halfway line, and he's supposed to be one of your holding midfielders. This is the next pass. Look at the runners that Hibs have got. They've got one in between Yilmaz and King, one in between King and Proper, one at the back post with JFT. Hibs actually put this ball in there, and Dwight Gale takes it on the chest and they claim for a penalty. But again, look at where Diamandi is. He's at the halfway line. He's not tracked his man. If Hibs decide to reverse ball that into the man that Raskin's at, they're attacking their goal. One defender needs to come out to press the ball and they get slid through. That massive space with the refs potentially, the refs taking up is shocking. There's no runners back. They're not trying hard enough for me. They're not tracking their man. It's very, very poor defending. Again, this is Hibs' average positioning. And what I took from it was, if you look at that, it's basically two big arrows pointing towards Rangers' goal. And the average position isn't even very wide there. But you've got the first arrow, the first five attacking, and then the next sort of shorter arrow behind it. And that just tells the story of the full game, basically. Hibs were just constantly attacking runners forward, and we got distances wrong. We didn't know who we should be marking. It was very, very poor from a Rangers point of view. This next clip here is going to be in comparison to the Old Firm game just a few days before it. So here we go. Celtic's got the ball on right back. Pressure on the ball. Touch tight on Cal McGregor. Egerman sort of stopping that pass back. So we're forcing Celtic where we want to go. Look how high Yilmaz is. He's in Maeda. Tierney's got his man who should be marking. And our back four are Proper and Sterling are just beyond the halfway line here. So we've condensed Celtic into half that part, which makes it a lot more easy. You don't have to run as far. You don't have to find a man as far away from you when you do win the ball back in that area. And again, this is just simple tactics that Clement didn't put into the Hibs game. And I don't understand why they never done that. Again here, different point of attack. Celtic get the ball, which looks sort of dangerous, but the press is on here from, I think it's Egerman. Tierney's in the right position, and look at all the distances between the Rangers players again. So distance between Egerman and Badrami, Hadji, Raskin, Diamandi, Tierney. It's very, very good. It's compact. If the ball does go into attack, Diamandi presses, and everyone knows their job, and that was the difference here. And it's because Hibs played with a back three as opposed to a traditional back four. A back three, and then Tierney didn't know where to press the left centre half, and that left on the left wing back, and that was the difference. Yilmaz didn't push up and Jeffy never pushed up because I think they were maybe fear of Boyle's pace in behind. But again, they done it with Celtic, and they had Kyogo's pace in behind and also Maeda's pace in behind, but they nullified that just with pressing the ball.